Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to season 5, episode 18. Welcome here on a lovely day after some nice week and weekends of football. Hope you're all having a nice, happy new year that passed and a happy holidays. And yes, enjoying the back football. It is back. How much back can I say? Baby got back. Yeah, that's a good song. But everybody, welcome watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, it's a little cringe, and everywhere else. Watch us on the paragliding pig. His name is Babe, that movie that has. I'm gonna stop chatting, but everybody, welcome to the show. Let me first introduce you to my guests on the show. His name is Paulinho, and he is a fan of Atletico Madrid. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Host.
doing I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. Football is coming home. That's no, that's not what I want to say, but you know what I mean. Okay.
Maybe in next year.
Maybe next year. You never know, but okay.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy birthday and New Year's, everybody. Yes, exactly. Well, let us first get into our first segment of the show, which is indeed the breaking news of football in the football world. So, our first breaking news is indeed about why Manchester United would consider selling homegrown stars Kobe Mainu and Alejandro Garnacho. That's a great name. But yes, the Red Devils are willing to reluctantly sell homegrown players in order to comply with financial rules. Whoa. So, it's understood that Maino's camp have no intention of leaving Old Trafford. Yet, the club are actively looking to sell either of the youngsters. Ruben Almiron's side must comply with the league's profit and sustainability rules as well as financial fair play. The Red Devils ended last year with a loss of £113 million, but are understood to be more confident and they remain compliant with regulations. Despite their 200 million summer spending spree, means the players will be sold if there are no reinforcements in 2025. However, homegrown players such as Maino and Garnacho would provide the biggest boop in United's status regarding financial rules. Products of the club's youth system would be sold for a pure profit, having been developed internally rather than bought elsewhere, along with Marcus Rashford, who falls into the same group. And yeah, he's more likely to go. But interesting stuff, and we could possibly see some clubs interested in Mainu. Currently, it is Chelsea interested in Kobe Mainu, and as well as Mr. Alejandro Garnacho, with who else but Atletico Madrid being interested in him. So interesting stuff. Paulinho, you got one or two words about that news. Would you take Alejandro Garnacho at Atletico Madrid?
I have no idea where he'd fit. I'd take Kobe Minu. That's for sure.
Yes, yes. I think anybody would take him at the moment. And you already have Julian Alvarez, so you don't really need
Yeah, I mean,
Garnacho.
like, would he play like second striker? Would he play striker? Like, he usually plays on the wing for United, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's really nowhere to fit unless he's going to play wing back. But he's not winning that spot over Lena.
Yeah.
So
No, you cannot see Garnacho defending. Nope, absolutely not. Okay, interesting stuff. All right, well, on to the next breaking news. So, the next breaking news is indeed about EFL release statement after Mikel Arteta's claim that the Carabao Cup is tricky to play with. So, Arteta's Arsenal lost 2-0 home to the Newcastle in the first leg of the semi-final tie thanks to a goal from the usual suspects Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak. So the Gunners dominated when it came to the stats, recording 69% possession and a whopping 23 shots to the visitor section. However, his side managed to get only 3 of those attempts on target, leading the criticizing the flight of the ball post match. Oh my god. And now responding to those words, the EFL said, in the addition to the Carabao Cup, the same ball has been successfully used in other major European leagues such as both Serie A, La Liga, and 3 divisions in the EFL. All clubs play with the same ball, and we received no further comments of the nature following of the previous 88 fixtures that have taken place in this season's Carabao Cup. So Interesting. And yeah, um, if you didn't already know, about what Arteta said in the interview, he said this. I think we kick the ball a lot. The balls they over the bar. It's tricky to fight that the ball flies a lot. We discussed that as well. So there's the details that I'm doing Italian now. That we can do a lot better. It's just a different type, very difficult than the Premier League ball. You have to adapt because it flies differently. When you touch it, the grip is very different as well. You have to adapt to that. So that's what Arteta said, based on his damn excuses for losing the match against Newcastle. And I just saw something on Twitter that was hilarious. They said, well, the ball flew twice into your goal, so I think the ball was completely fine with working. So, yes, indeed, Mr. Arteta coming up with some lovely excuses with the ball. We do have a funny meme about that at the end of the show. But yes, Mr. Paulinho, one or two words about Mr. Arteta complaining about the football that to make cry.
I mean, both teams are using the same ball, aren't they?
I know, that's what I said.
Wow. Well, unreasonable sadness, in my opinion. It's got to be positive in life, you know? Negative Nancy's get nowhere.
It's true. We don't like those people. Terrible. Absolutely. Fuck to all that. Okay. Well, yes. We do have another guest on the show who is a fan of Chelsea and Barcelona, Mr. Rodney, and also Edward Mendy. That's amazing right now. So, yes.
Eduardo.
How are you, mate? Nice to hear from you again.
Doing good, mate. Doing good. Just chilling with the boys. You know, it's always good to be around you guys. So grateful to be
Yes.
back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think about this news from Arteta coming from the Arsenal coach about the ball flying differently? Peter Pan.
Oh, I did not hear of this news, but it's prime Arteta just whining, so I'm not surprised at all.
Love that. Love that. Okay, well, on to the next breaking news of this fantabulous show. So, a bit on the sadder side, but it's up good now. Breaking news. Highlights says, all good. Rodrigo Bentancur gives updates from hospital after alarming scenes in Tottenham win. So, if you didn't already know, the Spurs midfielder received treatment for over 8 minutes, awkwardly going down inside the penalty area. And Benatkar was looking to head the ball at the near post after the corner was swung from the right. However, he was left stricken on the turf as his teammates rushed over to him. Play was paused in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as the club's medical staff attended to Uruguayan and supplied him with oxygen. After 8 minutes of receiving treatment, Benatka was stretchered off the field with fans of both clubs applauding him. And Tottenham said in a statement, says, we can confirm Rodrigo is conscious and talking and will go to the hospital for further checks. And then he uploaded a picture in an Instagram post later saying, all good, thanks for the messages, congratulations to the victory. And yeah, interesting stuff. It was a very, very awkward challenge as well too, so thank God he's all right and was unconscious for quite a bit. So yeah, man, good. The glad he's okay. Okay, Mr. Rodney, got any words you want to say about Mr. Rodrigo and him getting a boo boo?
Hopefully he makes a fast recovery. When I saw it happen, I saw it immediately, and then I think it was Poro went over to him as soon as he went down.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully he's okay. He's a great player, great person, and it's just weird seeing. I've at least in the last couple of years, at least, or it's been more noticeable the amount of head injuries that have happened from corners. So I don't know. They're going to do something to implement something to maybe change that, or do something about that. But hopefully he makes a fast recovery, and hopefully we stop seeing these kinds of knockouts or head injuries happening on corners and headers and such.
Let's just all wear rugby helmets, or just wear American football helmets. That'd be so great.
Be the
No.
right thing to do, the fun thing to do.
Exactly, that would be fantastic. Okay, Paulinho, one or two words about Mr. Rodrigo Bentancur. Anything you want to say about him? Wishes, wills.
I wish him well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I guess the last few that I remember, like I remember the Fernando Torres one from
Oh,
a while ago where he hit his head and then went down for a while. And he went unconscious as well.
mhm.
So unfortunate scenes, but yeah, I think helmets might actually
Okay.
like those concussion helmets might actually uh make like a big thing in the league, you know? I think
Now
they
look,
might actually start to take over. I'm actually considering getting one.
dude, do it. Do it 11. We should see in the future 11v11 Peter checks. 11
I
Peter
was I
checks
was
on kid.
actually gonna get one. I was gonna ask for one for Christmas, but it was too late.
Ah, damn. You should have. You should have. That'd be great to see. Oh, amazing. Okay. Well, yes, Rodrigo. Hope you get well soon. On to the next news. So, the next breaking news you see on the screen Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. So, breaking news football is full of surprises. Neymar hints at a stunning reunion with Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. So, they were one of the most prolific front threes in football history. The MSN trio could not be far away from uniting. The number 9, 10, and 11 at Barcelona enjoyed notching an incredible 364 goals and 173 assists between them during their tenure and the Spaniard club, or tenure. Love that. Neymar was the first of the trio to leave Barcelona with 2017 for a world record of 198 million pounds. And yes, we know how it all goes. And Messi joined PSG, and Suarez does stuff. I don't know. But yes, speaking with the global soccer Edward recently, Neymar said, obviously playing again with Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez would be incredible. They are my friends and we will speak to each other. It would be interesting to revive this trio. I'm happy at Al Hilal. I'm happy in Saudi Arabia, but who knows? Football is full of surprises. Sue. That's no, he didn't say Sue because that's Ronaldo. But when the news came out that I was leaving Paris Saint Germain, the transfer window was closed in the United States, so I didn't have the option. Is what he said as well too. Interesting. That could have happened so much earlier, but then Miami would have been broke. But it is what it is. All right, Mr. Paulinho, you got one or two words about this possibility having the MSN. I know they were so good against Atletico Madrid, so I'm sure you have some lovely stuff you want to say against that.
Well, having the greatest trio of all time get back together would be pretty cool, but it'd be kind of unfair to have it against the MLS. They got nothing to defend against that.
It would be kind of boring, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, MLS kind of is now, so.
Yeah. If I speak, I'm in bit trouble. Rodney, you got anything you want to say about this possibility of it happening? I know you love Barcelona and you love this trio.
It is nostalgia at its peakest. It's the best trio I've ever seen. It'd be magic seeing them again in MLS. Even at an old age, they would just be tearing it up.
Yes,
But
very true.
it's just something about them coming together. Hopefully it happens. The MLS could really do well with that kind of exposure. It would bring more television numbers to the MLS, maybe even more players to the MLS and more exposure, which America needs if it wants the MLS to really become a good league. So hopefully that happens. And hopefully Neymar does well in his last upcoming World Cup, because he said it might be his last one. So hopefully this trio comes back. Hopefully they make one last boom. Even in their old age, it would be wondrous to see. It's just I'll be worrying about those ticket prices, because those ticket prices would be over $1,000 easy whenever they play.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Love money. Okay. Well, that was this segment of it. Let's go on to the next breaking news. So, next breaking news Jude Bellingham joined exclusive club with David Beckham during Real Madrid win. So, what does this mean? The 20-year-old opened scoring in Espana's Super Cup victory over Real Mallorca. Real Madrid went on to secure a 3-0 victory in Saudi Arabia to book their place in Sunday's final. Carlo Ancelotti's side will now face Barcelona, who beat Athletic Bilbao, as they took the win back-to-back Super Cup trophies. However, it was Bellingham's goal which made history in semi-final against last season's Copa del Rey runners-up. His 63rd minute strike made him the second Englishman to score in the Super Cup not just the Super Cup, Spanish Super Cup. The first player, who is he? From England to also do it in a 3-0 Madrid win over Mallorca is almost 22 years old. But yes, the first one was indeed David Beckham that found the net in Santiago Bernabeu in the second leg of the final in August 2003. Very, very interesting. Very cool. Okay. Rodney, you got one or two words about Mr. Bellingham over here? The lovely Englishman who does lovely English stuff. I wonder if he likes chippy chips, just like Mr. Cole Palmer, but you never know. He looks like a man that likes chippy chips. It's very spicy. Always liking chippy chips. But if not, then that's okay. We don't have to talk about it. Pull it. Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. My bad.
You good? You good?
No. The things I have to say about Bellingham is he may never be a Cole Palmer, but his work rate and his drive and the fact that he's with David Beckham in that kind of like category now is kind of surreal to see that he's kind of unlocking that his future potential. So it's going to be cool to see him keep on unlocking that potential. It's just I worry with him at Madrid with Mbappe and Rodrigo and Vinicius. Will he be able to play a more attacking role and be as involved going forward? Sometimes he has to worry about defensive duties at times. But I think with the way things are slowly turning out with the chemistry, I think he'll be a very good attacking midfielder and really just a good box to box, which is what he really is. But I just like seeing that creative side of him more often. So hopefully he gets unlocks that a little bit more, and hopefully the chemistry with Madrid starts really unlocking this season.
Can only hope so. Can only hope so. But someone that doesn't hope so, Mr. Paulinho. You got one or two words about Mr. Bellingham? Do you think he might live up to the David Beckham potential? That would be.
To be honest, I feel like if he continues how he did, if he gets the same kind of things as he did last season, and he just continues like that every year, and he doesn't even have to get better in my opinion. I think if he just continues like that every year, he's probably better all time than David Beckham.
Damn. Wow. That's
he's got to keep it up though. I mean, he's not going to hit his goal numbers from last year. That's for sure.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Well, that was that breaking news, and on to the next one. So, next breaking news. I have a friend that is sad about this. Everton fans break down in tears reacting to the Sean Dyche departure in passionate rant. So, the Toffees parted ways with Sean Dyche on Thursday after almost 2 years in charge of Goodison Park. Sad times. His exit comes after a run of 1 win in 11 matches, which saw his side score just 5 goals. The timing of the announcement was bizarre, as it came in a matter of hours before the FA Cup third round clash with Peterborough on Thursday night. So, Seamus Coleman and Leighton Baines will now take charge of the team in Goodison Park clash as well too. And yes, Dyche leaves Everton with the club 1 point above the Premier League relegation zone in 16th. So, interesting stuff. Then who might join them? That's the question at the moment. So there was talks as well with possible Frank Lampard possibly joining, David Moyes possibly joining, and Graham Potter. But actually, Graham Potter just joined today West Ham United because of the departure of West Ham United's coach as well too. So interesting stuff. Very cool. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, got one or two words about this proper Brexit lad who is always so happy and so determined to play football. Not him playing football, but actually he did play football in the States, and he was quite the Brexit man. But okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'll let you say something if you want to. It's okay though.
I mean, it's kind of sad to see a guy like that go. You know, everyone's trying to move towards all this pretty football, and you know, you gotta have some balance. You know, you gotta have some nuance in the league. You can't have everyone trying to play pretty, otherwise it'll all just look average. You know, you gotta have an ugly team in there, and I think that's what he brings. He brings entertainment to the league.
It's true, and like he always brings people
I love
back.
him.
You like him?
I love him. He didn't say it
Oh.
back though.
Oh, why
Yeah.
not?
I don't know. You ask him.
Oh,
I'll
me
DM
ask
him
him.
actually.
Ooh, slide into DMs. I love that.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Rodney, you got 1 or 2 words about Mr. Sean Dyche, the big man from LM.
I mean, like Paulinho was saying, it's sad to see him go with the style of football and how every club is kind of wanting their style of football now. It will maybe turn out to be just start saying average, all around. The whole their next manager though needs to do something different with Everton because they're too close to relegation, and for a club like that, they need to figure out their style, their play, and how to stay out of the relegation battle. So as much as it is sad to see them, hopefully they find a manager that can kind of give them back to at least mid tier or mid table of mid table for their club. Sean Dyche has been a good face for Everton the last 2 years, and even last year when they were fighting relegation when they lost those 20 points, they shouldn't have really been fighting relegation to even begin with. So, um, it's sad to see him go, but hopefully they find a manager to kind of get them back to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm. Well said, well said. Okay, well, that was that breaking news, and on to the next and final breaking news of the show, which is indeed about kind of a cool one. So, if you didn't already know what happened on Thursday, it is an out of order. Darren Ferguson says Everton player had a pop for not playing Ashley Young's son. So, Tyler Young was an unused substitute for Peterborough and the 2-0 FA Cup third round defeat at Goodison Park. So, both the Youngs were benched to begin with, but Young Sr. was brought on in the 73rd minute. Had Young Jr. been brought on by Ferguson, it would have been the first time a father and son had faced each other in the competition's history. Yeah, so that could have happened. So, however, the Posh's boss introduced Malik Motherseal, what a name, as his final alteration in the 88th minute. Following the match, Ferguson explained the decision and admitted he wanted to bring on the teenage midfielder, but he was only opted to bring on a forward instead to try to win the game. And I do get it as well too. It would have been nice to have both of these play in the same team. Imagine you're playing against your dad like that. That's crazy. But it was 1-0 until like the 88th minute as well too. So I kind of see why, he wanted to put on another person instead of the midfielder since they wanted to score. But yeah, it would have been cool to see still. But it is what it is. All right, Mr. Rodney, you got 1 or 2 words about the sons and father and son not playing together?
I mean, exactly like you said. If it wasn't for the fact they were down 1-0, um, I would, I would see him putting him on. But like you were saying, he just was trying to win the game, and I think his club and the people he represents and his players and his team respect that more than trying to go for a publicity stunt. So it sucks to see, but it was smart of the manager to do what he did.
Factos, very true. Okay, well, nice. That was the breaking news segment of the show. And now let us go on to the top 5 leagues of world football these days. And I can just go ahead and do this button because why not? Why not? Because I can do that. Well, everybody, let us now go into first the Premier League. And yes, first place in the Premier League is Liverpool. Second place is Arsenal. Third place is Nottingham Forest. Fourth place is Chelsea. And fifth place is Newcastle. Going down the table, 18th place is Ipswich Town. 19th place is Leicester City. And 20th place is Southampton. Definitely sinking, not doing well at all. But the top goal scorers for the Premier League at the moment is Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian, with 18 goals for Liverpool. And second is Erling Haaland, the Norwegian lad, with 16 goals for Manchester City. And third is Alexander Isak, with the Swedish man, with 13 goals for Newcastle. Match 20, let's get into it. First game was Tottenham, Newcastle, 1-2 for Newcastle, beating Tottenham in London. So great stuff from Isak and the rest of the Newcastle squad. Next match was Bournemouth and Everton. So yeah, one of the reasonings that Sean Dyche was fired as well too. But Bournemouth is a decent team. So 1-0 for Bournemouth winning against Everton. Next match was Aston Villa and Leicester City. 2-1 for Aston Villa. And yeah, great win for Aston Villa. and Villa. Shit, I always say it wrong. Next match, Crystal Palace and Chelsea, a London rivalry. 1-2-1. Bit poor stuff from Chelsea, not going to admit. They are kind of a charity team, always helping out the bottom teams. But hey, still great job from Crystal Palace, always holding it up. And Chelsea, lackluster, doing good. They should have put away more chances, but it is what it is. If you don't do chances, you'll end up like last year. That's how they did. Next match was Southampton and Brentford. Oof. A 0-5 with Brentford absolutely battering Southampton in Southampton with Brian Mbomo and Misa, I forgot his name, the other guy from Brentford, doing absolutely amazing. So yeah, shout out to Brentford. Next match was Man City and West Ham United. 4-1 for Man City. Finally getting on their high horse of doing better now after their terrible 4 form, but it looks like things are looking up a bit. But yeah, never know. Next match was Brighton and Arsenal. 1-1 in Brighton versus Arsenal. And yeah, not the best stuff from Arsenal, but Brighton still holding it up in Brighton as well too. So yeah, good stuff for them. Next match was Fulham and Ipswich Town. 2-2 here. Great game as well too for Ipswich Town. Not doing too bad right now, Ipswich Town, with Delap doing great things for them as well. So yeah, good match for Ipswich Town, and decent for Fulham. Next match was Liverpool and Manchester United. Great match here. If you want to go watch some highlights, these are a prolific match. And yeah, Liverpool doing good stuff, but Manchester United actually coming back to do some great stuff. They could have actually won it with Harry Maguire not blasting over the crossbar, but imagine if he scored the last minute. I would have absolutely pissed my pants, and I would have just screamed to the heavens. But yes, indeed, my GOAT, he does not deserve that much popularity. But yes, good match here still. Next match was Wolves and Nottingham Forest. 0-3 for Nottingham Forest at away against in Wolverhampton. Yeah, good stuff for Nottingham Forest. I mean, they're doing great right now. So Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood, and all the other players, I mean, doing great over there in Nottingham Forest. They're currently 3rd place. That's just amazing. Back to the glory days. But they did, spend a lot of money in the summer. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Mr. Rodney, you want to talk about any of the possible matches you might have watched? Chelsea, if you watched, or highlights or anything?
I watched a little bit of the Chelsea game in Crystal Palace. A little disappointed, but I think it's just a lot of that. The winning kind of got to Chelsea's heads, and like you're saying, just didn't finish well. Had a couple chances that we did not finish, but I think just because it's a young squad, just comes with time and experience. Hopefully that starts happening more this year, where they start finishing more chances. But it is what it is. As long as Chelsea get into the Champions League, that's really all I care about as of right now. Tottenham, Newcastle. Newcastle is looking better and better. I'm as much as I don't want to see them in the top 4. I like how Newcastle is looking. I like what they're doing with Isaac, and they're finally getting Tonali back in the mix here and there. So having him back really helps them out in the midfield. Let's see here. I didn't watch too much of the Brighton Arsenal game, but Arsenal, to me, as much as like they have winning culture, I just think they need something a little bit more creative in the attack. I saw Kai Havertz have a couple blunderous misses, and as much as I used to love Kai Havertz, I'm glad he's no longer at Chelsea, because he gets in sometimes the perfect chances and slaps them home, and then he has these easy chances and just misses them. So hopefully, I think they need to get something in the winter transfer, attacking wise, something just a little bit more creatively, or something a little bit more creative, because they just go down that right hand side and rely on crosses, or crosses for the most part. Set pieces, yeah, that's what they really rely on. So hopefully they get something just a little bit more creative moving forward. But I'm not a big Arsenal fan, so hopefully they don't do anything too smart. Liverpool, Man United, watched a little bit of those highlights. It's I want Man United to always lose, because I'm always against the Reds, but they're starting to make some grounds here and there, and I'm kind of liking what Anarim is doing with this club, with this team. And like you're saying, if Maguire had scored, oh my God, the crowd would have gone wild. I would have gone wild. Love that man. Love that hero that he is. And then my last take is Wolves versus Nottingham. Nottingham is scary. I don't think anyone really saw them being in the top four this year, man.
Nope.
What they're doing this year, even though they bought all their players with an absurd amount of money, similar to Chelsea, last year or the year before, I forget. They're starting to really gel together, so they're going to be an interesting squad moving forward. Um,
And shout
I'm
out to the coach as well, Nuno Tavares, the old coach for I forgot who he for Wolves. Yeah, he was
yep.
at Wolves before.
They did him pretty dirty at Wolves, in my opinion, because Wolves were pretty high on the table when they used to have him as coach, and I think he had one off year, and
Tack.
but that was more because I don't think he could have gotten the players that he wanted. So it's kind of cool seeing him do better. So like you're saying, shout out to him, and keep your eye on Nottingham, man. I think they're going to go pretty far if they keep it up. So yeah, those are
I
my
hope so.
takes.
Hope so. Yeah. Cheers. Okay, well that was the Premier League, and we can now go on to La Liga. So Mbappe, first place in La Liga is Real Madrid. Second place is Atletico Madrid. Third place is Barcelona. Fourth place is Athletic Club. Fifth place is Villarreal. And sixth place is Mallorca. Down the table, 18th place is Espanyol. 19th place is Valencia. And 20th place is Valladolid, sinking, not swimming. All right, well, the top goal scorers for La Liga currently is first, Robert Lewandowski, the Polish striker, with 16 goals for Barcelona. Second is Rafinha, the Brazilian, with 11 goals for Barcelona. And third is Ante Budimir, I don't know where he's from, with 10 goals for Osasuna. Paulinho, do you know where
From
Ante
Croatia.
is? From Croatia, thank you, mate. Cheers. The Croatian with 10 goals for Osasuna. Love that. So, match day 18, we already went over this. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about the match that happened on January 3rd. So, yes, it was Valencia and Real Madrid 1-2. And yeah, Real Madrid took a win against Valencia and a red card for Real Madrid being naughty with Vinicius Jr. Oh, that was interesting. I'm sure there's some takes on that people can take from, but yes, interesting stuff. So, Polino, I don't know if you saw any of this fiasco that happened with Vinny Jr. You got anything you want to say about that? I know the goalkeeper they were talking shite against each other, and then goalkeeper pushed him up to help him up, and then Vinny had a little girl slap on his face, and then he went down acting. So, yeah, and I think he's banned for maybe 2 games. Got fined 600 euros or something like that. I don't know, something like that. It was a little girl fight, little cat fight. I don't know if you saw it, or Rodney, if you saw this as well too. It was
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't help himself, does he?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, he really didn't need to he didn't need to react that strongly to it. At the very least, don't put your hands to his face, because that just led to a world-class acting job, and they got them to look at VAR, and then once they saw he hit him in the face, that they had no choice. So, yeah, and I've never seen. I know some people wanted them both to get yellows or something, but hands to the face is automatically a red card every time.
The rules say.
And I think he pulled one of Vinny's braids, I want to say. And he might have given him a little push, a small push with one hand. But even then, just push him in the chest. No one gets called for that.
It's true. It's true. Okay, lovely stuff. Ronnie, anything you want to say about your beloved Barcelona right now, or if you saw the Real Madrid match?
I didn't watch too much La Liga because I'm kind of depressed as a Barcelona fan right now. So
it's not that
not
bad.
not many words as of right now. Just just kind of depression, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I never thought third place would be depression for. I mean, it is La Liga, so hey, fair enough.
Well,
You want?
As in, I guess because I was on the high hopes because we were in first place for a while, and then we started not being in first place. And don't get me wrong, we're still in the top 4, so I'm happy about that. But it was just the way things were going, and then kind of slowed down a little bit. So I'm just a little bit depression right now as a Barcelona fan. But haven't been watching too much La Liga, kind of for that main reason. But I will probably start watching it again this weekend.
Yes, Wait, are they playing this week? Yeah, they are playing this
No,
weekend.
weekend, or I think it might be like Monday or Tuesday, right?
I think it's Friday. I know there's some games. I mean,
No, they're playing next week.
next week. Oh, oops. Oh,
Well, I think
Yeah.
I'm counting this weekend that, right? I'm pretty sure they're playing Sunday, I want to say. Let me check.
I know there's some matches tomorrow.
Yeah, they're playing Sunday.
Who are they playing?
Oh, Atletico is playing Osasuna, but I think they have matches all weekend.
Okay. So yeah, I'll probably watch them this weekend then.
Yeah.
Love that stuff. Okay.
Well, I watched the I guess we don't have the Mallorca one up. I didn't watch that one. But I watched the Valencia one, and one of the biggest chokes I've ever seen, to be honest. Real Madrid down to 10 men. Valencia give up what was the second to last? Second to last goal was a really nice move, to be honest. Modric came on and kind of took the game over for a little bit, and he scored a goal on like a really good move between. Who was it? I want to say Mbappe might have been involved. I think Brahim was involved. But yeah, really good passing move right in front of the goal. He got it near the top of the box and then took it in a little bit and just tapped it in past the keeper. And then their last goal was horrible. I mean, they could have cleared it up the pitch. They tried to do a back pass and he just led his man way too far back. And he kind of tried to slide and hit it back to the keeper and basically just sent Bellingham through on goal alone in the 95th. And that's not something you want to see because he's a clutch guy. So, as a Valencia fan, at least.
Yeah, no, not Valencia fan over here. Okay, well, that was indeed La Liga. And we can now go on to the next one, which is indeed the Bundesliga. Love that. So, first place in the Bundesliga is Bayern Munich. Second place is Bayern Leverkusen. Third is Eintracht Frankfurt. Fourth is RB Leipzig. Fifth is Mainz. And sixth is Dortmund. Down the table, 16th place is Heidenheim. 17th place is Holstein Kiel. 18th place is Bochum. All right, the top goal scorers for Bundesliga currently are Harry Kane, the Englishman, with 14 goals for Bayern Munich. Second is Omar Mamouche, the Egyptian, with 13 goals for Eintracht Frankfurt. And third is Jonathan Burkhardt, pretty sure he's German, with 10 goals for Mainz, so good for him. And yes, we already went over this. I just wanted to say the current standings for this. And yes, I can only say Bayern doing good. Frankfurt doing good. Leverkusen doing good. Dortmund doing mid. That's really about, yeah, I don't know. Rodney, if you want to say anything about Bundesliga, you can go ahead. I don't know. Do you like Dortmund? I think you like Dortmund. Do you like Dortmund?
I like Dortmund, but it is the Bayern League, so I mean Leverkusen could make a comeback if Bayern keeps on losing points, but it is the Bayern League, so we'll see how things go. I didn't watch too much. I didn't watch any Bundesliga though this past though.
You said it's a Bayern League, so I Bayern Leverkusen, Bayern Munich. So hey, you're still correct with whatever you say.
This is true. This is very true.
Okay, well, that was indeed the Bundesliga. Let's go on to the next league, which is indeed Serie A. Not Mbappe, Mitsumi Mario. All right, first place is Napoli. Second place is Atalanta. Third place is Inter Milano. And fourth place, Lazio. Fifth place, Juventus. And sixth place is Fiorentina. Down the table, 18th place is Lecce. 19th place is Venezia. And 20th place is Monza. Sinking, not swimming, sadly. All right, let's say the top goal scorers for Serie A at the moment is indeed first Marcus Thuram, the French man with 12 goals for Inter Milano. Tied with him, actually, is Matteo Retegui. I believe he is Argentine or Uruguayan with 12 goals for Atalanta. Mr. Paulino, you could fact check me with Matteo Retegui if you want to. And third is Moise Kean with 11 goals for Fiorentina, the Italian man.
What's the fact I need to know?
Matteo Retegui, is he from Argentina or Uruguay?
He's from Argentina, but he plays for the... Oh, you're right. I think he's from Uruguay, and he plays for the Italy national team.
Interesting. Okay, my bad. All right. Yes. Let's go into match day 19. So first game was Venezia Empoli, 1-1, and yeah, good stuff from Venezia, doing decent, better than they were before. Next match was Fiorentina and Napoli with Napoli absolutely battering Fiorentina.
He's Argentine.
Okay, thank you, in Fiorentina. So good job for Napoli. Lukaku's over there, so shout out to him. Next match was Verona and Udinese, 0-0 over there in a red card for Verona being naughty. Okay, next match was Monza and Cagliari. It was 1-2 for Monza. And no, JK, Cagliari won 1-2. And yeah, Monza not doing too good. Red card for them as well too. And yeah, 20th place, yikes. Next match was Lecce and Genoa, 0-0. And yeah, it's a game. It happened. Next match, Torino and Parma. It's the same thing. It happened. It was a match. And then, yes, next match, last of it, Roma and Lazio. 2-0 for Roma. Roma finally doing a bit better after the pass. So, yeah. And a red card for Lazio being naughty. Okay. Anybody want to say anything about the Serie A? You like pasta, pizza, anything, ravioli, spaghettioli?
Well, for the Serie, I didn't watch this match. I watched the Supercoppa with Inter Milan, AC Milan. So it might be a little off topic, but still kind of Serie. But it was just really amazing to see Milan with a comeback in that game. It was crazy to say the very least. It was outstanding. Just the way they came back was oh, you have to watch the game. You really do because Captain America, Rafael Leao, and Tammy Abraham, man, they gave me. It was just so much fun to see. But that's really all I have about the Serie A. But hopefully, it's just with AC Milan where they are on the table right now. Hopefully they really needed that. So hopefully it rallies their season a little bit. So we'll see where things go.
Yeah, and shout out to the coach as well too. He was it was his first game in charge, and he won it. Actually, no, not his first game, but like a couple of second game in charge, and he won already a trophy. That's just great. What's his name again?
It's Conceição, and
Conceição,
both the games that he won were in the cup. He came from Porto, and he basically won the tournament in his first two games. So good for him.
Shout out to him.
And he was very good at Porto, by the way. So he has some pedigree coming in, but he didn't get the hype.
And it's funny that in that match with Inter Milan versus AC Milan, Conceição's son played for Inter Milan in that game, so that was kind of
no, he played for Juventus.
Fantastic. I love that. Oh yeah, Rigo told me about that. It was Juventus,
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, that was indeed Serie A. Paul, you got anything you want to say about the Serie A?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the Super Cup final as well. Or no, was it Coppa Italia or is it
one of those?
Super Coppa.
I think it's Super Coppa. I'm not sure though.
Was it played
You're right. I think Coppa Italia is later in the or goes longer in the season.
Was it played in Saudi Arabia?
It was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, I know some of the. I think I want to say that like the Atalanta players were talking about them not having fans. I know Bilbao players said that they didn't have any fans out there, and it felt kind of like an atmosphereless away game. But yeah, I mean, I guess the leagues need to make money to keep up with leagues like the Premier League. So they'll use any method they can to catch up.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I watched the game and it was absolutely crazy comeback from AC Milan. Where Inter scored, I want to say, end of the first half, beginning of the second half, and then AC Milan, I think they scored like one in the 70th, and then one I want to say around the 85th, and then they scored the winner in like the 95th or something like that. It was crazy scenes.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, and Pulisic absolutely balled out.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm sure you're sad about it too because you had a bet on it as well too. So.
My betting account is pretty sad about it. The two big games that I put like everything on. So in all my parlays this weekend, I included the Bears losing to the Packers,
Lol.
and and Inter beating AC Milan, and so I lost every single parlay.
Oh.
I'll
How did
get
the
back to you on how many in a row I lost.
Okay, fantastic. It's okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was about to say that you just need to go on a cruise and think about something else.
That is exactly what I'll do.
Nice. Okay, well that was Serie A, everybody, and let's go now to Ligue 1 Baguette. So yes, first place is PSG, second place is Marseille, third place is Monaco, fourth place is Lille, and fifth place is Lyon, and sixth place is Nice. Nice. Down the table, 16th place is Nantes, 17th place is L'Alvi, 18th place is Montpellier, sinking, not swimming. Aye, aye, aye. Top goal scorers for Ligue 1 at the moment is Jonathan David, the Canadian, with 11 goals for Lille. Second is Bradley Barcola, the Frenchman, with 10 goals for PSG. And second is Mason Greenwood, tied with second place, the Englishman, with 10 goals for Marseille, absolutely battering and just hurting goals. Sure. Okay, well, this, we already said the match day 16 for Ligue 1, but just want to say the stuff of it. So let's go on to the next league, which is indeed the Saudi Pro League. And
I'll give
MLS.
you my parlay numbers for the week real quick.
Oh god,
I went 4 for 36 on my parlays.
pain.
Very much.
Okay, well, I pray for you. That's all I gotta say. Okay, well, now the leagues of MLS, where Messi is, and Saudi Pro League, where Ronaldo is. And yes, MLS is already done. Inter Miami, they did not win. LA Galaxy won. And yeah, Saudi Pro League is going though, so go ahead and say that. So the first place, Saudi Pro League, is indeed Al Ittihad. Benzema's over there. Second place is Al Hilal. Neymar's over there. He's injured. Third place is Al Nassr. Ronaldo is over there. Very cool. Fourth place is Al Qadesh. No idea who's there. And for fifth place is Al Ali Saudi. Lovely stuff. Okay, the top goal scorers for Saudi Pro League is indeed first Alexander Mitrovic with 12 goals for Al Hilal. Second is Cristiano Ronaldo with 11 goals for Al Nassr. And third is Karim Benzema with 10 goals for Al Ittihad. Lovely stuff there. All right, going on to the next is indeed the Champions League. And yes, let's hit a button randomly because I wanted something random.
I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
Okay, lovely. Well, Champions League. I'm honestly, we already did say this, and it's not going to be until, I don't know when the next Champions League is coming upon, but I'll just say currently the teams that are going to be excelling into the round of 16 going ahead, whatever. So far, we're only in the match day 6, but yes, first place Liverpool, second place Barcelona, third place is Arsenal, fourth place Leverkusen, fifth place Aston Villa, sixth place Inter Milano, seventh place Brest, and eighth place is Lille. And then the teams that are going to go into playoffs to play is Dortmund, Bayern, Atletico Madrid, Milan, Atalanta, Juventus, Benfica, Monaco, Sporting Lisbon, Feyenoord, Club Brugge, Real Madrid, Celtic, Man City, and PSV and Dinamo Zagreb. Yeah, and PSG missing out, lol. Okay, well, I'm just going to ask this really quick to guest on the show. Mr. Rodney, I'll ask you first, mate. Who is your favorite to win the Champions League, just at the moment, you think?
I hate to sound basic, but it's Liverpool. I think it's gonna be Liverpool. Honestly, just their form and what they're doing on a slot, like everything, even to the Premier League. It's just too good. Salah's having probably one of his best seasons ever. Luis Diaz is just crazy playing with his Colombian skill, with his little flair he has every now and then. The way he dribbles is just too sexy. Other than that, Liverpool, as much as I love Barcelona, we just always lose and we kind of waft the last little moments in games. We're doing good in Champions League, but I'm just worried about finishing out strong with Barcelona. Aston Villa, actually, I kind of like them. I'm not gonna lie. Unai Emery is kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The way his tactics and just his overall team, I like what they're doing. It's just they just don't always have the best of form. That's just like a very hopeful very hopeful situation with them. So that's, I would say, my like three takes about who could maybe win it all this year, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Paulinho, you got one or two words you want to say about Champions League? Who do you think is your favorite to win the Champions League right now? I know there's still a lot to go.
I think it's gonna end up being, or I think the favorite's gonna be Real Madrid.
Shock.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool lost to Tottenham, lost me some money, so I can't really, I can't vouch for them right now, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're really good. Yeah, right now they're definitely favorites, but I think once the knockouts start, I think Real Madrid will be favorites. They really looked good in their game against Mallorca today, and they're still playing in the cup, so they're able to get some of their bench guys minutes, and they're all playing pretty well. So I think their entire squad will really be on form to go do something special by the time knockouts come around.
Sad but true. Sad but true. Okay. Well, that was the Champions League, everybody. And yes, let's now go on to the next league, which is the Europa League. And that's same thing I'm gonna say. The teams that are currently qualified into the round of 16 is first Lazio, second Atletico Club, third Anderlecht, fourth Lyon, fifth Eintracht Frankfurt, sixth Galatasaray, seventh Manchester United, 18th place is Rangers, 19th, and yeah, teams are currently going to fight for their spot in the knockout stages in the Europa League is Tottenham, Steaua Bucharest, Ajax, Real Sociedad, Bodo Glimt, 14th Roma, 15th Olympiacos, 16th Ferencváros, 17th is Victoria Plzeň, 18th Porto, 19th AZ Alkmaar, 20th Union St. Gilloise, 21st Fenerbahce, 22nd PAOK, 23rd Midtjylland, and 24th IF Wolfsburg. Okay, Paulinho, I'm gonna ask you first, mate. Who is your favorite to win the Europa League this year?
I'm gonna say Athletic Bilbao.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I mean their team's like very knockout oriented. They have really good defense, really good counterattacking team, and they have a lot of speed up top. A proven goal scorer in Guruseta, as well as really good support in Oyhan Sunset and then the Williams brothers. So I think they have the perfect foundation to go win the trophy.
Have they won a trophy anytime? Like
They won the
lately?
Copa del Rey last year, and they had a
Ooh.
huge celebration through the city for us. I think that was their first, and it might have been. I want to say it was also their 40-year anniversary from their last one. And they had like a bunch of boats go around the city. Like they have like a massive boat parade whenever they win a major trophy like that. So it's really cool to see, and hopefully they get another.
Yeah.
Like I would say they're pretty similar to the level of Villarreal, the Villarreal team that won it. So maybe a little bit better. So I think they can go to it.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Rodney, you got one or two words of who you think is gonna win the Europa League this year?
Honestly, might be a very hard take, but I think it might actually be Man United.
How dare
No,
you.
hear me out. I think
That's fine.
it's because of Anaheim and what I saw when he was in the Portugal League. I think his system will fit the Europa League. I feel like he's very good against some of these other, not mid-table teams, but some of these other European teams. It's just a matter of getting that locker room to gel and fit, in which right now he has time to do that. So I could see maybe a late route, maybe like a slight dip in form for Manchester United at first, but I could see them really rallying together as the season progresses in the Europa League.
Yeah, I wish they could click, but right at the moment right now, Manchester United is kind of looking a little dog. Absolutely shite. Absolutely piss poor. So
This is true. This is very true.
Yes, sad. But hey, you never know. But I'm gonna say my favorite is shocking. You will never guess this. It is Eintracht Frankfurt. You never know. Amar Mamushta.
Ooh,
Oi.
our
Oh.
most player at this tournament.
Or I'm gonna have to say with the Romanians, Steaua Bucharest as well too. They're doing decent, so maybe you never know. Okay, well that was indeed Europa League, and let us now go into the next one. Is the Europa Conference League? Yes, we have conferences. First place and the teams that are going to be currently qualified for the round of 16 is Chelsea at first. Wow, how are they there? Second is Victoria SC. Third is Fiorentina. Fourth is Legia Warszawa. Fifth is Lugano. Sixth is Shamrock Rovers. Seventh is Cercle Brugge. And eighth is Jagiellonia. Then the teams that are going to be fighting for a place in the knockout stage and going to have one knockout game is indeed Rapid Wien, Epol, Djurgården, Pafos, Ghent, Olympia, Heidenheim, Copenhagen, Real Betis, Panathinaikos, Vrigor Regamar, Borach, Onomania, Midland Bratislava, Hearts, Istanbul, Besiktas. Sorry if I waffle these names. I am trying my best. I am not a linguistic coach. All right, Mr. Rodney, who do you believe is going to win the Europa Conference League? Tough.
This is too easy. It's a very basic take, but it's Chelsea. They have a
Yeah.
B team, a
Mhm.
B team on their squad for just the Europa Conference League, and they have them fully well rested, and they're all very good young players and with some experience, especially with Nkuku, who usually
Yes.
plays in the conference league. So I think everyone knows Chelsea's probably going to go far, if not win it. But if they don't, my second take would probably be Fiorentina. I would see
Yeah,
them maybe
fair,
winning it as well,
fair.
just because of their style of play and the way they attack is very good. From at least from what I've seen, I haven't seen too much of them, so I don't know too much. But from what I've seen, they would be my second take to win it all.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. And it would be a Chelsea thing for them to lose in the final against like some random team. I could definitely see that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You never know. But yes, Chelsea doing absolutely great there. Paulinho, who is your favorite to win Europa Conference League at the moment?
I mean, the favorite is Chelsea for sure.
Yeah.
If I was to look at someone else, I think Betis can get momentum. It's just whether Pellegrini can really get the squad together again. I mean, it just hasn't been the best season for them, but recently results have been getting better. I think they were in I want to say, first few weeks of the Conference League, up until like at least like game week 4 or something, or in 5. At least up until like game week 3, they were in the relegation zone of this, and they've kind of pulled themselves out of it. So I think they're building momentum. They addressed like the key areas in the squad that they needed to strengthen, and they're having Isco come back. So I think they have a lot to look forward to for the rest of the season. They also got 2 defenders in the summer, and their partnership's just going to get better throughout the year. So yeah, I believe in Betis providing a challenge at least to Chelsea and Fiorentina.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. Chelsea might well put up though. It would be a Chelsea thing, but yes. Moving on. Now on to moving the English. That was good English. I'm gonna give myself this. I deserve it. Thank you. I deserve it. But yeah, on to the next segment of the show, which is indeed the football memes of the week, brought to you by Rival Banters. And our mascot for this year is Anthony, looking at you menacingly like he wants to win the whole game. You know, Anthony, he's played in 35 games. In the 35 games he's played, he has played. That is amazing stats. One of the best. All right, first meme is indeed about BR Football released this 180 minutes of football away from Newcastle versus Tottenham EFL Cup final, just like everyone expected. Someone tweeted back at this saying Tottenham Newcastle final for silverware is basically a stoppable force versus a movable object. So we already know which one's the movable object and which one's the stoppable force. So yes, it's we Tottenham guys. If you don't win this, Son's gonna absolutely just want to leave himself from the planet. But it is what it is. It probably would be a Newcastle win, sadly, but it is what it is. All right, on to the next meme. So the next meme is indeed about Chelsea, good team. So yes, breaking news for Chelsea. They are considering attacking players in the January window, as Fabrizio Romano said, and it's a picture of the chairman. Someone tweeted back at this saying, "Surely that's against the law. We've had a couple bad games, but surely assaulting them is a bit too far." Cheeky banter. Thank you, Twitter. We will not be attacking the players at Chelsea. They want attacking players to score goals. Okay, chill. Okay, love that. Next meme and final meme. And yes, there was an interview with Michael Owen from Liverpool, and the interviewer said, "In your eyes, are you a Liverpool legend?" Michael Owen said, "Yeah." But someone tweeted back saying this: "I consider the Turkish doctor that performed Salah's hair transplant more of a Liverpool legend than Michael Owen." I thought that was absolutely amazing. And yes, shout out to all the Turkish doctors out there helping those hairlines. All right. Well, that was indeed the football memes of the week brought to you by Rababanta. And now let us go to one of the fun times of the show where we have always a fun time. And I never waffle before because I always know what I'm doing. And yes, everybody, welcome to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Welcome to the quiz, and let us go and say the answers and questions and the introduction.
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Aye, Suey. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their Alpha, Beta, Sigma knowledge in football. So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema. Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
But yes, Paulino's already won this, and he is going on a cruise in a couple of days with Benzema. So I really... Sorry, that was the wrong thing. It was more of this. There we go. But yeah. Are you boys ready for this? It is going to be about the most recent football that happened. So yes, it's going to be just a couple questions. Okay. Well, the first question is... After drawing with Wolves, Tottenham have failed to win 5 successive home Premier League games for the first time since October 2008. Who was in charge of that Tottenham side at the time? Was it A, Jude Ramos, B, Harry Redknapp, or C, Clive Allen? Was it Ramos, Redknapp, or Allen? You have 10 seconds to answer the question.
In charge of Tottenham?
Yes.
Redknapp.
Okay. Rone?
Ooh.
Ramos, Redknapp, Allen.
What's the choice one more time? I forgot.
Ramos, Redknapp, Allen.
Ramos.
Okay. Well, the correct answer was indeed... I have to touch the button that gives me the correct answer. I believe I have to. Yeah, I think I think you got it actually correct, Mr. Rodney.
Yay! Thank the Lord.
That's correct. Paulina, I had so much confidence in your answer. Actually, I thought you had that for a second. I don't know why. Hey,
I just knew he was an English journeyman, so I was like, he probably ended up at Tottenham at some point.
fair enough, mate. Okay, next question. 1-0 for Rodney. Oh yeah, sorry, Paulino, hold this on your head top. Let me give you this thing really fast. There you go.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, anytime. How many Premier League home games have Tottenham Hotspur gone without a win? Damn, this quiz is roasting Tottenham. Is it 4, 6, or 8? You have 10 seconds.
Is this their current streak?
Yep. How many games have they gone without a win? 4,
Okay,
6,
give me
or
6.
8?
6.
Rone?
6.
Okay, you both said 6. All right. The correct answer is indeed... Ooh. You know what that means? I don't know what that means, actually.
They're both wrong.
Both
You're
wrong?
right.
Uh,
And by that, I mean you both got it correct. Yay.
Yay.
Oh, yay.
Yeah,
Good
job.
job.
Yes, it is 2.
Go team go.
to 1. Yes, indeed. Yes.
We're on the same team.
Exactly. All right. Yona Wissa, the Crystal Palace. Nope, just kidding. Absolutely waffled that. Yona Wissa became Brentford's joint top goal scorer in the Premier League after netting against Southampton. How many goals has he scored for the Bees during his career in the competition? So, how many goals has Yona Wissa scored? Is it 26, 36, or 46? 26, 36, 46. You have 10 seconds.
In the Premier League?
Correct.
36.
36.
Okay. Well, the correct answer is indeed bum bum bum. It is indeed. You guys are so smart. By that I mean you guys stink. Ha! Just kidding. You're
Yeah.
smart. Wow. I don't know how you're getting this so correctly, but yeah, proud of you guys. Well, yeah, 36. Yona Wissa. Shout out to him. Okay, it is currently 3-2. It's getting quite closely. All right. Next question and the final question of the show. Kevin De Bruyne made his 400th appearance for Man City in all competitions in a 4-1 win over West Ham and provided an assist. How many assists does he currently have for Manchester City? Is it 145, 165, or 185? So 145, 165, or 185. You have
For
10.
goals?
No, assists for Man City. 10 seconds.
I'll say
145,
165.
165, or 185?
165.
I'll go 145 then.
Okay. Correct answer is indeed. And actually, this is Sparta.
It is decent! Cheers, Jeff.
Sorry, I just wanted to press buttons. I haven't pressed them along. But yes,
No
the
drama.
winner of this is Rodney, mate. Hey, congratulations on
Hey.
winning this show. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Feel like a new man. Feel like Edouard Mendy, but honestly, I could not do it without Paulinho. He gave me the motivation to try to be better. But
Thank
what a competitor that man is! I couldn't do it without him pushing me. I really couldn't, man.
This
He's my Ronaldo to my Messi.
I appreciate that.
But then
I'll
you
never
can't
get.
see-
I'll never get over this.
What?
I'll never get over this. I might never come back.
That's okay. Just stay on your cruise. I'm pretty sure it's nice over there.
I will.
Well,
I'll
everybody-
jump off my cruise.
ooh,
Yeah,
you can be a mermaid. That'd be kind of cool.
that'd be pretty cool.
You can practice your diving like Neymar.
Neymar.
Fantastic. All right. Well, everybody, that was indeed the show. Very good stuff. Everybody loved it. We all loved it. Yes, it was some great times, but the sad thing is we have to end it now. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Rodney, thank you for jumping
welcome.
on, mate. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Paulinho, thank you as well for joining. And we will not see you for quite a bit now, so I will cry, but
you
enjoy
for
your
having me.
time. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because without sharing, how else are you going to know that Bellingham is indeed the next Gucci model? Actually, he is the model. Shout out to him. Wow, he's a sexy man. He's a good-looking man. That's what I meant. But yes, everybody, thank you for watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and all this lovely stuff. But yes. And I am stalling even more right now because I'm waiting for the drop of this beautiful music. Hey, Rodney, you gotta make a new track for this, mate. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for
I
a
can
new...
actually. You want Champions League, Europa, whatever you want. I can make a little remix.
I want a mixture, but everybody, as we say in this, in 3, 2, 1,
One
love
of
football.
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 Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.
Peace.